Hi guys, my name is Varadante, and welcome to KODON, or KODON, I don't know what it's called. I haven't looked it up or anything, so I don't know the public opinion about this app or anything. You can find it on Steam, it's about $10 right now or something like that. And I think it's a pretty cool, pretty promising sculpting app. It has quite a few cool features and generally the concept of combining very awesome things in one place. So let's check it out. Now, as I said, it's promising because it's an early access or something like that. As you can see right away, we can start with either surface sculpting or volume sculpting. And surface sculpting is like the ZBrush style sculpting, like basic sculpting when you push around polygons on a mesh. And volume sculpting is the kind of sculpting where you don't have to think about topology at all, and you can create holes or separate pieces any way you want, like just some kind of liquid in space or something like that. So usually you would probably start with this volume sculpting. Shift space for changing the brush size. So right now you can see there's our floor at the bottom and there's the symmetry plane. So we can sculpt any way you want. So you can see it's like just making brush strokes on a canvas, only in 3 dimensions. And it all just merges together into one mesh. So that's a cool way to work, but yeah, it's also a bit unpredictable when you're looking at things and, it's all weird and all. But I'll explain in a moment why this is not a problem. But yeah, you can see I can remove stuff. This is the kind of mode we're working with. There's no limitations, but also it's kind of hard to work with. We can increase the resolution and make things a bit more, detailed and whatever, but it's still gonna be this thing where it's working on the actual surface is pretty hard because it's constantly changing the topology. That's because it's like voxels. Think of it as a smoothed version of Minecraft modeling or something like that, where it's like cubes that just appear to add volume and then they smooth together to form a bit of a more consistent shape. But anyway, you create something like this. There will be floating polygons like that sometimes. Let it be. And then we switch to surface sculpting, and you see it's just called volume and then sculpt. So this wasn't really sculpt, we were just building volume. And now we convert to surface. And it's gonna be all messed up and everything, but I think that's something they are working hard to make a lot more polished in this regard. But yeah, so far this is how it converts right off the box. We can actually do remeshing in here. At any point the app can crash. Again, early access and all. In here we can preview remesh resolution, then pick up the dark gray preview grid is about the size of polygons that we're gonna get. Let's make it like this, perform remesh. It worked. And yeah, at this point it's just classic ZBrush. So we smooth the surface, we sculpt as clay brush on it. And we can select a bunch of other brushes in here, flattening and everything, so pretty cool in that regard. Works pretty fine. This latest version, actually the app is changing a lot, the whole interface changed quite a lot since recently. And we can subdivide and everything, yeah, higher resolution, and it's all gone. So yeah, there you go. That's the kind of bug you can get. Oh, there you go. It's back. Well, that's good. I guess it went somewhere to get that higher resolution, and now it's back. Also, we got some holes in here. They look like a cool mask. How do I memorize this design? But yeah, you can see. There you go. This there was this bug again. Some kind of weird thing that happens sometimes. I don't know. But all of this is only a part of awesomeness. I'll just work through the rest of the rooms in here. There's the several rooms, so volume, then we sculpt our, surface details and everything. You see there's masking and all kinds of stuff. We can smooth, we can everything. We can push around as well. So all the classical stuff, we've seen this in Blender, for instance, or in Mudbox, or we can also switch to modeling, but usually modeling is good to start a different kind of mesh from. That would be like simple and clean, maybe hard surface or something like that would benefit from it. But it's like extruding and smoothing, you know, basic stuff, the classical, not sculpting kind of modeling. And then there's layout. And layout means you have a bunch of different sculpts. And this is really cool. This is something that Blender can provide you with, because Blender is a fully flashed 3D animation package. But in here, you can legit have a lot of different sculpts and they will all be combined into this scene. So it can be all kinds of stuff, like a scene with a lot of characters or anything, like whatever you want to do. And then you would just select one of them and switch to sculpting or something like that. You can really assemble a scene. And that's not exactly what ZBrush can do. ZBrush is not very good with creating like big scale scenes, like maybe partially a landscape. It's not very good with doing that. So I think it's pretty interesting. So you have all these modes, and as they say themselves, that model mode, this model room, is the most undeveloped at the moment. So you can generally extrude, bevel, and all kinds of stuff, but it's probably pretty buggy and also missing a lot of fundamental features, but eventually it's gonna be there. At the moment, like the most developed like room is sculpting, so like ZBrush style sculpting. And I guess layout, you can move things around and all of that. All right, this is working. Now, that one extra thing that I mentioned before. All of this works in VR. Like, this app is actually VR first, I think. But what's really unique about it is that it's also a completely flat app as well. I think it's really cool. And I really think, of course, as someone who owns a VR headset, I think that the VR future is right around the corner and everyone's gonna have a VR headset soon, which is not far from the truth, since like there's a huge success of the Oculus Quest 2. I'm sorry, Meta Quest 2. So generally, I think it's a pretty interesting aspect of all of it. And yeah, I'm just gonna give it a try and sculpt something in VR. Also, there's a couple of interesting things how you can combine VR controls with a tablet. So I'm gonna open my upgraded VR set right here. Just got a full upgrade kit delivered from China for my Oculus Quest 2. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to check it out. Haven't really tried it yet. I just assembled everything. So yeah, things look like this now. Still can't figure out how to mount a power bank in here, so it wouldn't look ridiculous, but I guess it's gonna be this way for now. Anyway, I'm going in. Alright, the connection seems to be pretty good. Even though I'm wirelessly streaming to my iPad, right here is a wireless monitor, so Wi-Fi is not exactly free. Anyway, let's start it again. So yeah, this is a really cool part. While I'm working here in my VR mode, you're getting a pretty cool flat mode version with actual rotation of the camera and everything. Okay, new volume, and I just go ahead and start working. Yeah, you guys are seeing it as well. Really cool. But you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing if I hit F11. I don't know how to do that though. There you go. You're now gonna see, yeah, exactly the same thing. Oh, interesting, the arrow shows me, like, where the whole thing is, if you're suddenly disoriented. Okay, I'm gonna keep it right here, I guess. I think it's like this, detach menu. So that's my main menu for all the tools and everything. And there I go, sculpting away. Oh, I can't rotate and sculpt at the same time, that's a bummer. Let's make like a dragon, I guess. It looks like a dragon. Man, I gotta say, if you've never tried sculpting in VR, this is such a cool experience. It's like sculpting is made for VR. It's like one of the best things. Because truly feeling the scale of an object, even though I can change it, which is even a better argument, I guess. The fact that I can make like the head of this dragon really big, it's a completely different thing, you know, when you're working on something and you feel its size all the time. It's really cool. It's thanks to the stereoscopic parallax between the eyes that makes it really look like it's huge. Not to mention that it's like around me and everything. Alright, can I drag like a snake hook or something? Clay tool? There's clay tool in this mode as well. Oh, it kind of works like a clay tool, but yeah, definitely a different kind. Whoa, different shapes. I can add volumes, but as a cube. Yeah, that's cool. Not like I haven't seen this before. We checked out one sculpting app on this channel already in VR. Brush. Oh, I can choose the shape to work with, right? Oh my god. How do I change its positioning? It's in wrong orientation in my hand. I don't know, let's just put it like this. Why is it not reflected in the symmetry though? I guess there's some kind of problem with that. Let's just put it in there. I don't know. Yeah, I would increase resolution a bit. Also, I should be like saving the project frequently since early access and everything. Okay, it's probably just this. I should press save. I guess it's saved somewhere. So I'm good. If it crashes, I know where to go back to. Now, I want to remesh this to have higher detail of the grid. Yeah, I'm thinking this will be sufficient. Remesh. Are you gonna be that tiny now? Or are we waiting for stuff? I hope it's the latter. 'Cause that ain't good. Nuh-uh. Well, maybe it's a good time to reload the project. Woof. Wait, what is this? This is not it. This is something I tried earlier. And it looks kind of cool, actually. Oh, there you go. I found it. Okay, let's give it another go with remesh. Man, this is looking badass. Not symmetrical, though. Okay, when it disappears completely, it's not bad. This may be work in progress, meaning it's not done yet, and not just that the developers aren't done yet, but I feel like it's the developers. Also, it made symmetry working for the skull. Yeah, it has a lot of things going on. Maybe I won't be able to like legit sculpt something in here. I don't know. Oh, the surface is actually there, isn't it? Or it just shows up because that's how engine works. Whoa, this is so weird. It's like showing some kind of cube wherever the holes are. This is so weird. Kinda looks like an ancient giant like sculpture or something of a dragon, but it's like in ruins and everything. Oh my god, it's white in the back as well. Very stylish. I wonder if it'll manage switching to sculpt mode now. Convert to surface. What is that? Oh, that's a surface. That was really fast. Pretty much instant, I would say. But why did it make it like 2 times bigger or something, comparing to my workspace grid? Higher res. No, I didn't even have to regret this. And I should save. Okay, so this is basic sculpting. This part should probably work well. Whoa. Alright, I gotta say, working on the surface like classical sculpting may feel better in the flat version of the app. Because in here, like, I'm supposed to, you know, rely on just the surface and really feel it, but I don't feel it because there is no surface under my hands in here. I'm just floating in space and all. So I guess this is a good time to show you guys a cool combination of VR and flat mode. How do I do it? I guess I just lift my headset. Kinda like that. Oof. I applied a bit too much pressure on my face with this new strap. Anyway, let's have a look. This is pretty cool. So, what I like about VR controls is that they let you truly, you know, operate in 3 dimensions. So you can specifically say, I want a blob of volume exactly like here in space, and not just in 2 dimensions as on the flat screen. But what's cool in the flat mode, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it work the way it worked recently. I don't know why it worked, but it's kind of cool. Is that you can legit sort of rotate things around. And there we go, it disconnected. I guess, I don't remember how I made it work. Maybe I should have the helmet on at least. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really work. I don't know why it kind of worked last time. I guess the angle of my VR view and the angle of a flat view kind of aligned, but it was kind of a cool experience of being able to have the left controller in your hand, but also sculpt with the tablet. I wonder if it's something that you can use, like I can switch modes and everything, like invert or smooth with the controller, and it's kind of cool. Oh well, I guess that's not a thing. Let's go back to full VR, I guess. So yeah, one thing I really like about increasing the size as well, something that really affects the result, I think, is that when you increase the size, you sort of increase the resolution of the way you think about the model. So you pay a lot more attention to the details and everything, and that's really awesome. So yeah, when I have to work, like make this kind of big movement with my hand, with my arm, to work on this eyebrow, I can really like think through a lot more specific details, because I can really see what it should feel like standing next to such a huge creature in here. Going crazy resolution, guys. This is so cool. I don't know, just basic resolution that everyone works with in ZBrush. And it's kind of cool that if you just don't use both hands to like move the model around, you never accidentally resize it, which is really cool. You just move it around and you can like zoom in and out with the hand like this, but you don't change the size of it, which keeps it like consistently huge, of exactly the same size and all. And I think it's really cool for keeping it real, the proper feeling of the model. Yeah, and also it's cool that the triggers in VR, they have a huge like path of pressure. And yeah, applying pressure generally is very easy, so that's really cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Things messed up. Should I save at this point? It seems pretty messy. I think like my left eye sees some polygons disappearing at edges of the model, and my right eye sees everything as normal. Alright, you're an eyeball. Yeah, that's not the way you sculpt things if you're serious about it. And yeah, then you resize and have a look. Whoa. Things get weirder and weirder, like, yeah, I'm seeing the model, thank you, can you remove this? Also, why is the brush absolutely insane? Like, is either not painting at all or doing some huge change. So this is clay brush, and the power of it is very low, so things are just breaking further and further as I keep working. I guess that's the state the app is in right now. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend actually starting a serious project in here at the moment, that's for sure. Whoa, everything's black. What the hell? Whoa. What's going on? Is this Interstellar crossover episode? What is this? This is nuts. One hell of a layout. Alright, I wonder what it will look like if I reload it. Yeah, it's not better. Or actually, maybe it is. It's just a box now. It's just a box of the scene. But why is it so incredibly huge? Like, epically huge. I've never seen anything this big. Whoa. Alright. I guess... we're gonna keep this episode as just a quick review of the app, I guess. Oh wow, this is nuts. Like, I'm not surprised or anything. I knew that the app is totally in early access and everything, but yeah, that's what I meant. It's really like they're trying to figure out the biggest bugs right now and everything to make things work. But generally, I think the concept of it, what they're trying to achieve in here, like generally it's all here now. You just need to iron out all of these bugs that keep happening here and there. And I think we're gonna get a pretty awesome app about like creating sculptures of all kinds of shapes and complexity, so that's really awesome. One thing, I haven't seen any work with color at all so far, so you can only work with the shape, but no color, no vertex color, no texture work. But I think they really don't even start with working on that, because that's a whole lot of a set of problems on its own. So they just work with modeling itself for now, which is, I think, a very wise way to go about it. So yeah, I guess this is it. Tell me guys what you think. I think the app is pretty cool. Obviously it's kind of a mess right now, but yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's the first app that I've seen so far that's in its concept right away a VR app and also a flat app at the same time, like completely in both ways. I think it's really cool. But for now, this is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I keep wanting to use these. It would be cool to connect these just to PC. I wonder if there is a way to do it. I think it could be a pretty cool thing. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.